Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Nate Diaz defeated Tony Feguson this past weekend at UFC 279 and fulfilled his UFC contract. Speaking after the fight, he had this to say about his future.
Inside the octagon, you told Joe Rogan you want to take over another sport. Boxing, jiu-jitsu. I know there's so many things that you can do. What does that timeline look for you? When would you like to compete in those other disciplines and then come back to the UFC? Because, Nate, you're one of our favorites. You got to come back.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's a bunch of different options out there to do, but also I feel like I've outgrown this sport a lot. Like, everybody here is new. You know how when they say that's a good basketball team, but they're a young team, and they'll be good in the future type of thing? I feel like that with the whole roster here. All the champions are champions walking with their high horses and stuff, and they're like not the big league anybody, but they're all rookies to me. So if I leave for a while, then that's got them 4 years in here. For me, we got some years out, and it evens the playing field. I want to fight. I'm not that motivated to fight anybody that's here right now who's not doing major stuff. I feel like I've outgrown this, and I want to grow bigger than this, and I have bigger goals, higher places to reach. And I feel like age ain't nothing but a number. I'm younger than my whole gym. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the most active kid in the gym, and I'm the most active kid when it comes to participating in races and competing, and they're never gonna stop for me.
Here's what Tony Feguson had to say after his UFC 279 defeat to Nate Diaz.
He didn't say nothing. We were just, I kicked him in the shit and he was like, ow, and you know what I mean? It was just like a lot of just having fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I haven't had a fight like that ever. It was the coolest experience I probably could have had, being in front of everybody, being the most calm, super chill, bringing it out there. I mean, there was a lot of quick finishes before, so it wasn't like we got a warm up. You know, although when I go in the back and I put my hoodie on, it was like an extra small. You know, so it's kind of like weird, but like I said, it's like none of this stuff matters. It's what you do outside of there. And seeing the crowd, seeing Hunter, seeing everybody that was like right there, it was dope, dude. It felt like I was back in where I needed to be. And I haven't felt like that, ladies and gentlemen, for a long time. Pardon my language. You know, mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong. I feel good. I'm ready for the next one.
And you had mentioned you were obviously Lee's heavy-handed, right-handed. Nate is a volume puncher, southpaw, but you also went from 3 to 5 rounds. Did you feel it in there in the fourth round?
Not really. I mean, we were prepared for 3 rounds, but I've been in this sport for a long time, especially with the UFC. I've been employed by the UFC since 2011. I fought 6 times in 2011, like literally, and then I can fight all the damn time. I'm gonna be real. If there's a game opponent, we have plenty of time. Obviously, not taking short notice fights. But being game for the company, being able to do this, and then, like I said, these younger generations, they see guys like me, they see guys like Nate, and they see us stepping up.
Alexander Volkanovski gives his thoughts on the UFC 279 card.
I picked first round submission for Chimaev, but Chimaev's control, I knew it would be too much. Kevin Holland actually did better than I thought. He scrambles, you know, he did the right thing, as why things would happen, just try and make space, scramble, and do whatever you can. Don't let him, you know, really blanket you and really have your grips in. But once he did, chase the submission, and got it.
Mate, chaos, you know what I mean? Like, you know, obviously my breakdown, I said, is going to be a fun fight. It's going to be craziness. Still was a little bit different to what I thought. It was like almost weird. I didn't expect Nate to have that much success. I thought Tony in little scrambles, not scrambles, but exchanges, he would come up with flying stuff. I didn't expect him to shut up like he did and sort of run away, but not run away, but you know what I mean. It was a bit awkward, but funny and fun, and you know, they're both absolute legends of the sport. It's good to see. How's that, Nate Diaz looking at boxing? What do you reckon, Jake Paul? Is that what's up? He must be wanting Jake Paul. Let's see if that goes down.
Kevin Holland took to Instagram to talk about his loss to Khamzat Chimaev this past weekend. Holland posted a video with the following caption: "Sorry my wrestling is so trash to all my dear fans. Here's the footage."
Yo, guys, I lost an amazing grappling match last night. Fight, my bad. Chimaev is one hell of an athlete. Still gonna be talking. You know who I am. I hate ending the year like this, so I'd love to go in there and get against a striker. I don't know if I'm still deserving of a Wonder Boy fight, but I would love a Wonder Boy fight. And if not a Wonder Boy fight, D-Rod. We were all the way on task to getting it done. We had to switch it up to save the card, so maybe we can get something nice and get it going and collect another check before the end of the year. My guy.
After Khamzat was unable to cut down to 170 for his fight against Nate Diaz this past weekend, Dana White said he believes that Khamzat should move up to 185. Here's the clip.
To clarify something you said earlier, you say you like Khamzat at 180. Are you talking about more catchweight fights for him, or do you mean a full move up to 185 middleweight?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Thank you.
Khamzat Chimaev's coach went off on critics after the victory over Kevin Holland.
And all these talking about the dietitian and all this, that it's his fault and all this. No, it wasn't his fault. Like going out, like trying to make a name out of themselves and show like what we're doing wrong or what we're not doing wrong. You understand? Is that you're not going to make a name on our heads. Like it was just the way it was. Could have taken more weight, but it didn't because I'm not going to risk his life. You understand? So mind your own business. You give him rice, he eats kebab. You give him a chicken, he eats a steak. And there's another guy that does that as well. He eats his diet food and then he eats with us as well.
Khamzat Chimaev was asked about fighting Robert Whittaker. Here's what he said.
Khamzat, with Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards booked for their trilogy until next year, what fight makes most sense for you next? A Colby Covington, maybe a Robert Whittaker up at middleweight? Like, what makes sense to you?
Who's it, Robert?
Robert Whittaker?
I like that guy, so I just want to fight with good guys, you know. I need some bad guy, so I want to fight some bad guy, you know, and don't feel sorry for that. So I want to train with that guy. He's really good, like, you know, one of the best guys in the world. See, I was watching his fights. I've wanted it for this sport, you know. I'm a big fan, so I watch all the things. I watch how he trains on these things, and yeah, there are a lot of guys want to fight me. So Robert never said something bad about me. There's a lot of guys talking shit about me. I can go take their heads off, you know. So we'll see.
Thank you.
Johnny Walker, along with his coach John Kavanagh, were kicked out of the T-Mobile Arena after Walker defeated Ion Cutelaba this past weekend at UFC 279. John Kavanagh posted this to Twitter. So UFC just came and kicked us out. No tickets for us and not allowed to stay backstage to watch. Pulled out back door, not even shoes on. Then he posted the following footage.
So here we are back at the hotel. Johnny still has his gloves on. Didn't get a chance to get changed.
They kicked me back to the hotel like you win the fight, come back. I didn't take my gloves off.
Conor McGregor had this to say to Nate Diaz after some comments Nate made about him in his post-fight interview. Diaz said, "I want to get out of the UFC for a minute and show all these UFC fighters how to take over and own up another sport, how you're supposed to do it, because Conor McGregor didn't know how to do it." To this, McGregor replied, "Ah, come on bro, I'm absolutely stinking, and with so much quality. This has never been seen before what I'm doing, man. Please, you're nothing without me. Respect, please. I'd slap you around handy, and Tony easy. I'd have sawed Tony in half. 2 handball heads. Respect the king." Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.